yeah, I'm wrapping up with a blanket. It was just so cold here. So cold, and it's May. Like it's like the second or third. This is ridiculous. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my empties. Initially, I had planned on doing my empties a little bit differently, but that's just not how it's going to be. So this is going to be all of my Bath and Body Works empties from the last couple of months, all of my regular body care and like skincare, hair care, etc. empties. So it's just going to be all of my empties again. It's kind of a big grouping of things, is what it is. It just is what it is. Okay, so we are going to get into this. We are going to start with the products that I actually didn't get to finish up. Some of them went bad, some of them I didn't like. We're just going to start with the Bath & Body Works things that went bad. The first one I have is this Whipberry Meringue Body Cream. The notes are fresh berries, whipped sugar, and fluffy vanilla. This is the one from last year. It's very highlighter yellow. And I'm super pale, so if I put highlighter yellow body cream on me, it shows. So this is like literally up at the top. Yeah. So that one's going. The other one that I noticed was bad is this pear creme brulee. The notes on this one are baked pear, caramelized sugar, and whipped cream. Again, this one's at the very top. I wish that this hadn't gone bad, but it's super highlighter yellow. I have body lotions with both of these, so I'll be okay, but it's always a bummer when body creams go bad. Another thing that went bad on me is this coffee and cream coffee bean body scrub. The notes are fresh ground coffee, vanilla milk, and sugar crystals. This one is from fall of 2020. I really enjoyed this, but the texture of this is not normal. It's just not. And you know, it like smells strange. And so I had planned to use this in the shower one day and maybe put it in my project for the spring. And yeah, I used that. I was like, oh god, trash. Okay, so the other thing that I have that just went bad on me is this Supergoop Glow Screen Sunscreen. It's the SPF 40 one. The date up at the top here says it expires in April of 2023, so technically it just went bad on me. I'm not going to use expired skincare. I've been down this road before, and I'm just not going to do it. It's gone bad on me a few times. There's been times where it's gone okay, but there's other times when it's gone terribly, terribly wrong, so I'm not using expired skincare. So I did actually repurchase this one because I really enjoy it. I actually have like the Play, the Unseen, and the Glow one. I like Supergoop sunscreen, but so yes, I did repurchase this. I do have a new one of these ready to go for summer, but this one's just going in the trash. So the final thing that I have to talk about is not an empty again. It's this CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara. This is actually in the black brown color, and I don't not like it for the color because black brown is what it is. I don't like it for, it does nothing for my lashes. That's why I don't like this one. I thought the brush was going to work for me, but the formula of the mascara is not it in any shape or form. So yeah, do not recommend this one. I mean, maybe it works for you, and if it works for you, that's wonderful. But, like, I personally love the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara, and I actually like the new one, this one that they came out with is actually what I have on my eyes right now. I like the Milk Makeup mascaras. Those are good for me, so if you like those type of mascaras, you're not going to like this one. I guess that's what I have to say about that. So yeah, these first things are just going right in the trash. I'm just not worrying about it. I'm not dealing with it. I know really nobody likes the car fragrance refills, but I kind of do. I don't really hate them at all. I have two that I went through over the last little bit. The first one is Leaves. I enjoy this scent. This is definitely one of my favorite fall scents. It's so perfect for the car. I love this one in my car. It was from that time frame is what it was from, but I would repurchase this again. I don't have one currently, but I will repurchase it again as it comes back all the time. And it's perfect in this way, it keeps coming back. Another one that I have that I used up in the winter time is 'Tis the Season. This one is another really good one, especially for the car. It's not my favorite in candles or like soaps and stuff like that, but for the car, it is so nice. I love it so much. These all still smell really good, like the car fragrance refill things. I'm not gonna have Christmas scents in my car, and usually they tend to like actually gel up and stop having any scent coming off of them in the summertime when it's warm. And we live in Michigan, so it definitely gets cold in the wintertime. But yeah, so I would purchase 'Tis the Season again. I don't have it right now, but I would buy it again next year, or like SAS or something. So the final car fragrance refill I actually pulled out of my car very recently. It's Spiced Apple Toddy. This one smells so good. For all winter long, this one smells fantastic. I really enjoyed this one. It was so good, and I know it's like a wintry type of scent. In the last couple of weeks, I was like, it's really getting towards spring. Like, technically the calendar says it's spring, but Michigan doesn't think it's spring. But I want it to be spring, so I wanted to put a spring scent in there, but I can still smell the Spiced Apple Toddy one, and I was like, wow, that one still smells really good. I love cinnamon. I love it so much. So I rolled that one out for as long as I could, but it's finally starting to warm up, sort of, as I wrap up in a blanket at the beginning of this, but yes, I'd buy it again. I love Spiced Apple Toddy overall. So, for this last little bit of time that I'm doing these empties for, I went through 13 wallflower refill bulb things. Most of these are from the winter time. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is from like the tail end of winter. But I actually ended up using up 4 of these cinnamon sticks in the wallflower refills. The notes say Ceylon cinnamon stick, vanilla, and spiced sugar. So I had 2 of these that were in a double pack. It was something that I think I paid $7 for it online one time. Although I do live right by an outlet now, so I'm not buying these online anymore because they have a bunch of them in the store. But yeah, so I went through a packet of those and then 2 individual ones. I have a lot of wallflowers, so I'm going to try and go through them as fast as I can because there's a lot here. So I have a winter. The notes are whitewoods, pine needles, sparkling clementine, and spiced clove. I enjoy winter. The scent is wonderful. I like it in like everything that it comes in. I'd buy it again. The next one is Frosted Forest. The notes say frosted juniper, icy eucalyptus, and evergreen branches. This one is from a couple of years ago. I think it's from last year or the year before. I enjoy this. I actually have another one of these in my collection. They haven't come out with it again, so who knows. I like it though. Another one that I used up was the Perfect Christmas. These notes say fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, and toasted marshmallow. Again, the Perfect Christmas is one that I love in everything. This is my most favorite Christmas scent. Probably hands down. I love it. I wouldn't buy it again because I have a bunch of backups from one of the sales that they did at Christmas time. I went through a Cuddle Weather, and the notes say gingerbread tea, cinnamon shortbread, and a cozy blanket. I enjoy this in the candle. I have a bunch of them in the candle. I enjoy it. I hope they come out with it again next year. This is another one that's from a couple years ago. I actually think it's from like 2019. It's peppermint marshmallow. The notes are crushed peppermint, fluffy marshmallows, and powdered sugar. I think they come out with this yearly. I don't know. I have no idea. I enjoyed it though. Like, it was really good. I loved it. If it comes out again, I would totally pick it up. So another one I used up is Holiday. The notes say red cinnamon stick, Christmas clove buds, and ground nutmeg. This is another really good quintessential Christmas wintertime scent. I'd get it again for sure. This one was kind of a dud for me. It's the Fa La La Latte in the wallflower. The notes say a shot of espresso, sweet vanilla foam, topped with warm cookie crumbles. And I have to say that it's a dud in the wallflower because in a candle, I didn't hate it. So I don't know what it is about the wallflower that really doesn't do it for me, but it does not do it for me. I think I actually have a couple more of these that I'm I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with, because I don't want to use it again, because I did not use this one up, because I was like, if I don't like something, I'm not going to push myself to use it and finish it up, because although I am spending my money on it, I'm spending my money on it, so if I don't like it, I'm not going to use it. Okay, so now all of the seasonal scents are all done. I have a white t-shirt I used up. The notes are crisp pear, lavender cloud, and soft sandalwood. I have used up probably like 10 to 15 of these over the last year and a half, however long it's been out. I enjoyed this wallflower so tremendously, like it's so fantastic. I haven't been able to find it this year. I really looked all over for it, and I haven't been able to find it, so I don't think they're coming out with it anymore. And I don't have any more of it, so this is the last white t-shirt in my collection that I've used. Probably the last one I'll be able to use for a while. Who knows if I'll ever find it again, or whenever they'll come out with it again. So the last wallflower refill that I used is Gingham Love. The notes are sugared red berries, blushing freesia, and rose meringue. Again, this is one I've used many of these up in the past, I don't know, 2 years since it's been out. I would confidently say, especially with all the new ginghams that they've come out with, Gingham Love is my favorite. I know not everybody does enjoy it, but it is easily my most favorite. Like, I had purchased the perfume recently because I love it. On the 40% off Easter sale, yeah, that was when I picked up that perfume. I didn't actually buy anything else but the perfume, but so yeah, Gingham Love. I enjoyed this one. I had actually picked up at one of the wallflower sales they had a couple months ago. I had picked up a bunch of these, so I'm set on these for now. So I actually have 3 soaps that I used up over this last period of time. The first one is Don't Stop Believing, which is actually orange vanilla swirl. The notes are creamy vanilla, juicy orange, and sugar crystals. This was an old one. It is from 2020. It is what it is. I don't have a lot of back stock of soap, but I have a number of back stocks of soaps, and this happened to be one of my oldest ones. I enjoyed it. I don't know that they've come out with it again. They come out with all sorts of orange type of scents all the time though, so I can satisfy my need with something again eventually. Another one I have is Winter. The notes are spiced orange, fir balsam, and clove buds. I did have this in the wallflower, yes. Like I said, I like this in everything. I enjoy it. The candle's a little overbearing sometimes, but a lot of their candles can be in general. But I would enjoy this in a soap again in the future, but so, the last soap that I used up is actually an Easter soap. It's Hop To It, which is actually in Pink Apple Punch. The notes are crisp apples, sun-kissed melon, and sugar crystals. And this one is from 2022, so last year. I just had never finished it last year. I did put it away to finish it this year. There was the smallest bit left this year. This is the Easter soap that we finished this year. So this next thing was actually in my project Use It Up for the winter time, but I hadn't done an empty since then, so it's just, I've already talked about this in my project Use It Up winter finale edition. This is the Snowflakes and Cashmere Shower Gel. The notes are vanilla cashmere cream, caramel woods, and frosted clementine. This one's also from 2020. As you see, I've had it in projects. I finally finished it up. It's an empty. I love finishing products. I wish I had gone more ham on body care, but it just is what it is. I have only gotten through 4 3-wick candles over this last little bit. First one is Cuddle Weather. The notes are warm gingerbread tea, cinnamon shortbread, and a cozy blanket, the same as the wallflower refill. The packaging on this is cute. This one's actually from fall, this specific packaging. They came out with it again in the winter time, but I like this one a lot in fall, and I had actually picked up a bunch of these, and I was really not mad that I had done that because I didn't really like the winter one, so I just burned it in winter time, so it worked out. Another one I went through is Brown Sugar Latte. The notes are freshly roasted coffee, frothed milk, and sugared praline. This one is from 2021. On the inside here, you can see it burned okay. I mean, not the best, not the worst. I had burned this in the moment, like in 2021 when it first came out, and I loved it so much. And then that year at SAS, they actually had a bunch of them for 75% off online, and I had picked up 2 extras, so I actually have another one of these in my collection, so I'm really happy about that. I don't know if they're going to come out with it again, so I'm happy I have the extra one in my collection. So another one I went through and used up is Wine Cellar. The notes are mulled apples, fresh fig, and cedarwood. This is the packaging from this most recent candle day when they came out with the Wine Cellar. I have the really cool glass jar packaged one that they came out with, oh gosh, I don't even know, a couple years ago at SAS. And I had never burned that one, but when they came out with this one this year, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to burn this one this year. So I still have the glass one in my collection, but I'm not mad that I use this one. I'm going to be sad when I have to burn that one because I like the jar better. But, okay, so the final candle that I'm going to be talking about that I finished up most recently is Sea Salt and Balsam. The notes are sparkling bergamot, white tea, and fresh sage. I have burned one of these a season for the past couple of years, and I enjoy it. It's not one that I need to like back up and get a bunch of because they seem to bring it out all the time. I enjoy it, but like it's like a really good, still kind of cold, but you want it to be spring weather candle because that's like the weather we have here all the time. It's really good for when it's still cold out. Okay, so that's all my Bath and Body Works stuff. I always wish I would do better on using things up, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it. So now we're going to talk about all the rest of the empties that I have. I don't really have that many, that's why we're just kind of like sandwiching it all into this one. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is one thing that I use up all the time. It's these Burt's Bees Sensitive Facial Towelettes, which are just makeup remover wipes. I use these all the time. I have to be very careful with what I'm using for my face because my eyes get very sensitive and I just don't fix what isn't broken. So I have another one of these in my empties. I have one shampoo and a conditioner, and they're both from the same line. They're from this Garnier Fructis Pure Clean Hair Reset line. And yes, I have the rebalancing shampoo with charcoal and this fancy pump on the top. And then the conditioner is just a hydrating conditioner, and it's just like the lame normal bottle. I enjoy this shampoo and conditioner. I don't necessarily need it so much in the conditioner, but I have it. I kind of have a mild hoard of things that I'm trying to work my way through before I buy other stuff. So I just have random things that I'm using in the shower. And it just so happens that right now it looks like I have a pair of things. I don't know that I use them at the same time. But yeah, I'm just using up all my shampoos and conditioners that I have that are just like not paired because I'm not wasting the money on getting rid of them. I'm just going to use them. I used up another tube of this Milk Makeup Kush Mascara in the black. I love this mascara. This works so good for me. It doesn't flake on me unless the tube starts to get old and like I need to replace it. Then it will start flaking on me and then I know I need to just replace it. But otherwise, this one works so good for me, and this is like something I buy all the time, and I'm going to keep buying it again in the future. I actually have one that I'm using right now. I only bought it a couple weeks ago, so I'm using that one right now. So yes, I will buy it again, but just not this very second. So another thing that I actually fully used all the way up is this Pharmacy Honey Butter Lip Balm. I love this so much. It's pushed all the way up to the top. I've had this for probably a year, and I enjoy this so much. I've always really liked Burt's Bees, like any of the Burt's Bees chapsticks. Those were the only ones that ever worked for me. I got on a kick when I first got into like makeup and stuff like that, and I saw all these chapsticks and I was like, oh my gosh, look at all these different chapsticks. And then I started using these different chapsticks, and then they started drying my lips out, so then I started getting high-end chapsticks. Like, I don't remember what the one was that the sugar, this one, the caramel one. I loved how much this smelled. It smelled so good. Oh my gosh, I loved it. endlessly, but when I used it, it dried my lips out so bad. Like, it was designed to dry my lips out, and it was terribly disappointing. Actually, from using that product was how I ended up buying this product, because I was like, there's gotta be a high-end lip balm that's actually not going to dry my lips out. I don't know if it's the beeswax that just does it for me specifically, because I know a lot of people don't have a hard time with other lip balms, but I do have another one of these that I'm using right now because I can't be without it. So I used up one of these little mini guys of this Peter Thomas Roth in the Water Drench Broad Spectrum SPF Hyaluronic Cloud Moisturizer. This was something that I got as a point perk, I think like a 100 point perk from Sephora one time I was there. I have used up probably 3 or 4 of these. I enjoy it. Someday, eventually, I will buy the full size of it. Like, that is on my list of moisturizers to get next. My problem is I don't need another moisturizer right now. I have a couple that I'm trying to get through, and I'm also trying to not buy things before I need them. So I will buy the full size of this someday in the future if I can stop getting it as point perks before I need to buy it. And just someday, yes, I will buy this. So these Rizzo's Curls Detox Scalp Scrubs, I have 2 of them. The scent is aloe vera, pink clay, and peppermint. This smells so good. That's like half of the reason why I like it so much. It does really good on my hair. So in the past, I had used one of these up. It was the very first time I had used it up, and in a video, I had been like, oh no. It was an Empties video. I was like, no way. I'm not gonna buy this again. Like, this was expensive. I'm just gonna use the Garnier one because like it's cheap, does kind of the same thing, and that's just what I'm gonna do. Well, here I am with 2 more beyond that one that I used up. After consistently using that one, I didn't want to go back to using the Garnier one, and I bought another one. Okay, and then when that one was done, I bought another one because like I really enjoy what it does for my scalp. It does the trick. It just does it. It does better than the Garnier one. Like, the Garnier one does kind of okay, but like when you use this one consistently, and I'm not talking like every shower, but like consistently, this is the one you're using, it does really good. So am I going to purchase it again? Yes, but not right now, because like back when I was talking about, I had that Garnier one and I was just like, oh, I can just use this one instead, and then I bought this one. Well, I still have that other one, and I'm trying to use things up before I buy new things, so that is in my shower currently. When that is all done, I will be buying another one of these. I like it. Do recommend. Okay, so this Dove dry shampoo in the Rose Bloom scent. This was sent to me from Influencer, and I definitely wouldn't have bought it on my own. I guess I'm saying that in hindsight, but in the moment, I mean, it did okay. It smells okay, but even compared to like the Batiste dry shampoo that I use, and they're like in the same price range, the Batiste one does so much better for my hair. It just does so much better. This one left me having to keep putting more in, so I went through it super fast. No, I'm never going to buy this one again. I see this at the store all the time, and I just walk right by and I go to the Batiste ones because that's what I'm using up, and I'm going to keep using up. Okay, so the final empty that I have going on here is the Skin Fix Acne Plus 2% BHA Cleanser. This Skin Fix brand, it really does good things for me, and like if you look for what you're specifically looking for help with, Skin Fix has something for you. No matter what it is, they're gonna have something for you. I've used up their like, I don't know what they call them, resurfacing pads. I actually have a container of them in my bathroom right now because I'm using them. Well, using through them, not actively using them, obviously. I enjoyed this. I have a lot of acne on my back, and that's where I was using it for, and I think it was just my hormones because it like subsided. So like at the end of this, there's probably 2 or 3 uses left in the bottom of here, if I'm being 100% real with you. But my acne on my back really cleared up, and so I didn't really need to keep using it. And then it sat in my shower for probably about a month before I was like, okay, I'm not going to finish using it. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this in my empties and tell the story and call it done. So would I buy this again? I mean, if I am faced with having back acne problems again, of course I would. Of course I would, because it works. Okay, so that's all of my empties. I don't know how I'm going to be like fashioning them and grouping them in the future going forward. We'll see. Who even knows? But those are all my Bath and Body Works empties, all my skincare, body care, etc. empties. It's also been kind of a minute in between me posting things, and that just is what it is. Also, yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so much for watching my gigantic collective empties. I hope everybody has a great day, and I hope you're going through your empties also, and I hope you're having a good time doing it. After all, that's why we buy these products, to use them up and enjoy them, right? Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody has a great day. Until next time.